this video, we will see how to design, simulate and study an external modulated 10 gigabits per second 4-channel dense WDM optical link. This is the block mode schematic for a 4-channel DWDM system. So here we have 4 channels that is spaced at 100 GHz, starting from an optical frequency of 193.4 THz. You can find the components used in this particular design from the Explorer section, All Models, Block Mode Models. So there you can find the signal generator, where you can find the PRBS generator and the electrical signal generator. Under optical sources and modulator, you can find the CW laser source. And you can also find the external modulator. Under optical fiber, you can find the nonlinear fiber. Under optical amplifiers, you can find the black box amplifier. In this design, we are using a fiber loop, so you can find the loop from the toolbox. Repeat loop model. Under optical components, you can find the optical attenuator. Go to the WDM components, there you can find the optical multiplexer as well as the demultiplexer blocks. Under optical receiver, you can find the compound optical receiver. Under analysis and plotting section, you can find all the measurement blocks. You can just drag and drop these components into your design area and make connections, as you can see in the schematic. As you can see, the PRBS block generate 4 separate output binary sequences. So if you just go to the properties of the PRBS generator, ports, so here you can set the number of output ports. Since we are dealing with 4 channel, we need 4 output ports. If you go to the general tab, there you can find that we are using a pseudo random binary sequence which is rotated between each of the output port using a specified amount of decorrelation from one another specified in the shift option. So the shift parameter uses a formula which is based on the pattern length as well as the number of output ports. So this sets the decorrelation value. Here we have 4 different lasers with 100 GHz spacing. If you go to the properties of laser, you can see the peak power is taken as 1E minus 3 watt. Wavelength uses a formula utilizing the user variables to set all the wavelength. So if you just go to the symbol table, here you can see that we have defined F1, F2, F3 and F4, 4 different variables using the user defined variables, where DF is the spacing, with the first wavelength set to 193.4 THz. Rest of the frequencies F2, F3 and F4 uses a formula utilizing the user variables to set the wavelength. So this will allow the parameter scans to perform BER versus bit rate as well as frequency spacing analysis. The multiplexer block will take these 4 separate optical signals and they multiplex them into a single output signal. If you go to the properties of the multiplexer block, you can see that representation is chosen as multiband and multiplexer loss is set to 3 dB. Also here you can see that the block is set to filter the input optical signal according to the specified user parameters. Here you can see the filter type is taken as trapezoidal response shape with equal frequency spacing between their senders. So here the filter spec mode is chosen as frequency. So here the initial frequency is set to the initial frequency of the 4 optical channel, as you can see here. The spacing is set equal to the spacing between the channels. The signals from the multiplexer block goes to a fiber link, which is actually a loop. So inside the loop you have a single mode fiber and an EDFA, and we have 2 such spans, and the signal type is chosen as optical signal. The repetition loop is basically used to represent long distance optical link which utilizes multiple fiber spans as well as amplifiers. You can go to the properties of the fiber. There you have used a 40 E3 meter fiber. You can set all the fiber properties here. And the amplifier has a gain of 12 dB. Using this setup, if you are performing a parametric scan, you can determine the optimal spacing between amplifiers as well as how the number of spans affect the system performance. Here the repetition loop is coordinated with the scans to maximize performance as well as accuracy. Output of the loop is fed to the attenuator and then to a demultiplexer block. So here again, if you go to the properties, we are using the filters. We are using the same filter type as trapezoidal and the frequency spec mode as frequency. The initial filter bandwidth is taken as the first filter bandwidth and the spacing is set equal to the spacing between the channels. The output of the demultiplexer goes into different receivers and finally to the BER tester blocks. Once the connections are made and properties are set, you can run the simulation. Click onto the Go button, enable animation and click OK. Once the simulation is complete, you can check the output at the BER. And the different signal plots. So if you go to the optical spectrum and the multiplexer, so there you can see all the 4 channels. Same way after the fiber, you can find the spectrum for 4 channels. You can compare these spectrums and analyze the performance. Also, you can do a BER versus bitrate or BER versus frequency spacing analysis by choosing appropriate inner and outer loop variables within the parameter scan. If you want to analyze BER versus bitrate variations, then you can do a parametric scan, for which you can go to the parametric scan option and choose the inner loop variable as a bitrate. You can provide start, end and the increment values and run the simulation and observe the result from the BER tester. Same way, if you want to view the BER versus frequency spacing option, you will have to choose the corresponding variable to be scanned as the spacing, provide the start and increment values and do a parametric scan and view the result. If you want to do a study on how the number of spans affect the system performance, you can choose the corresponding variable as number of spans and do the scan as per your requirement.